Welcome one and all to the first episode of Marco's Mr. Worldwide. In this series, we'll be taking our managerial talents across the globe with the aim of winning silverware at every club and national team to show the world that Marco is in fact the greatest manager of all time. As you can see, we're starting off at Inter Miami. It will be a challenge, but if it's good enough for Messi, it's good enough for us. I'm buzzing. Let's get it. No, it doesn't have these lines on it, but we're going to stick with the football lines. I think it's going to be crease. Now, like the rest of you, I saw the David Beckham documentary, made it to the last episode, and found out that the only real influence he had were these pink nets. Into Miami, appoint Mr. Worldwide as new boss. He's going to get Messi featuring on a track, isn't he? 100%. Stay away from the booth, Messi. All right, you might be able to whip in a free kick and lift the World Cup, but I doubt you'll be spitting bars. Martinez, decent. Busquets, obviously. Albert, OGs, right? They're class. They'll always be class. Who's this little gem? Farius, 20 years old. I reckon you've got bags of potential. Trickster, go on then. We'll get those skill moves up as well. 81 pace, love that. Right, we're obviously not going to be playing 5 at the back. In the MLS, have a laugh. What we're going to do is we're going to put you just here, Messi. I'm going to chuck you, I think, right there. That's where you normally play, isn't it? You kind of just dot around there. I don't know if I'm going to be getting in another centre mid, to be totally honest with you. But on the off chance we don't, I'm going to need you everywhere else. I'm going to need you here, there, on the wing, playing left centre back, everywhere, all right? Look, 37 pace. Do you think he's going to be running around, Gomez? Have you got any lungs on you? Oh, you've got 63 stamina. Right, we might need another centre mid then. What I want for my wingers: vision, shot power, and crossing. You've got some of those things. You have definitely not got the crossing. Power header, Trevor. Oh, no, let's swap you around then. And you've got finesse shot. That makes a lot of sense. I've seen online you've been doing quite well. 22 years old. As we know from Paris FC, overall, just a number. Jarba Fadiga, the caddy, Lamine Gray, prime examples of ballers in disguise. And I reckon you, Campagna, you are going to be one of those players. Oh, look, you've got a game face as well. Delightful stuff. Let's get that weak foot up. 5-star, please. You're going to be a right winger. Believe it or not. Farius, there you are. Chuck you left wing. I reckon you're going to do a cracking job there, son. 21 mil. All right, I've got a couple of absolute geezers I want to get in. Tell me you can't see this happening. Oh, that's my plan ruined. I really wanted that Vardy and Messi link up. That would have been class. I guess we're going to have to go for plan B then. So Marco will get the best out of you, Donny. Who the hell do you think you are, Donny? Oh, I will never forget this. Ever. To be honest, I think this signing could be more realistic. And it's way more fun. Oh, you'll be crucial. You'll be as crucial as Messi, mates. Donny van der Beek didn't know what he's missing. Alex Iwobi took his chance with both hands. Donning the number 8, the Nigerian is now going to be playing his football with Messi and Busquets. You can just see that happening. You can see that transfer happening. Take a seat, take a seat. Start business. I didn't realize how tattered up Messi was. Look, it looks like he's part of a prison gang. Now, as you could probably tell, Sir Marco's rocking a slaphead. And the name of the series is Mr. Worldwide. So, in honour of Pitbull, we've had to get somebody in from Cuba. Welcome, Onel Hernandez. This might be the last transfer. I want to save a bit of money in for the summer window, because we're starting off in January. Yeah, I'll save a bit of money for episode 2. Oh, you've got to be joking me. If you wanted him, you should have got him when he was at Norwich. Absolutely not. That is a tremendous afro. So Marco will give you a run for his money when he grows his hair back. How much head and shoulders do you reckon he gets through a week? I reckon it's like 2 bottles. I'll be with you in a second, Marlon. I've just got to unfollow Donny van der Beek on Instagram. Maybe unlike a couple of his photos as well. He looks good in pink. I'll give him that. So the reason we brought him in is because I'm not having Phil Neville's son play right back. Not a chance. I really wanted Aubameyang up front, but I'm not spending 17 mil on a 33-year-old. Maybe we'll get him in the summer. It's really weird to say that. Okay, so just so you're not kept in the dark, we've shipped out Saylor, McVeigh, Allen, Robinson, Frey and Loba, leaving us about 8 milli to spend in the summer. Right, now all that's done, let's sort out our new team. Motta, you're not going to start. Iwobi's going to go straight in, as well as Martinez and Hernandez. And this is basically how we're going to set up for the beginning of the season. What we're going to do is, I'll play a bunch of games, I'll chop it up into highlights, just show you the goals, and then for the last couple of games of the season, I'll play them live because they're bound to be important. Right, let's get it. So, I've made the jump from old gen to new gen. Not for the reason you might think. I actually just downloaded the wrong FIFA 24 game from the Xbox Marketplace. I downloaded the Xbox One version, not the Xbox X version. I'd like to say it could happen to anyone, but really and truly it could only happen to me. I've basically had to relearn how to play FIFA 24, as if it wasn't hard enough. Like, let me tell you, the legendary difficulty on old gen is nothing like legendary on new gen. But look, don't take my word for it, look at the bleeding scoreline. Losing 6-1 to Montreal Impact on the opening game of the season. Oh, it's beyond embarrassing. We shared the points on our away day to Frank Lampard's old team. New boy Iwobi bagging our equaliser in the dying embers of the match. The number 8 looks good on him. The career mode gods threw us a curveball as our number 1 keeper got injured for 3 months. We dipped into the free agents for Ivica Ivicic, thrown into the deep end in his first game, unfortunately dives the wrong way at the penalty. We're getting off to a sluggish start in the MLS. What's this now? 3 games, not a win so far? We've shared the points twice, lost 1-6-1, injured keeper. It's not looking good. Looking to turn our fortunes around as Dallas visit us at the Bando, going down 2-0 early on. Oh, it's looking like a rinse and repeat from the first game. We needed our big players to step up as a Messi whips in a delightful ball from the corner, just landing on Companion's fat head. Farias does well to get past his man, slips it through to the Ecuadorian as he gets his brace, making it level going in at 70 minutes. What's this? Is it the two linking up again? Little mini Messi and the big Ecuadorian linking up to make it 3-2. We take away the match ball and all 3 points. This is definitely the clip to show the standard of the MLS. I mean, this is Sunday League stuff. Hernandez finally finishing off that car crash of a goal. Campagna at the corner just darting his way to the front post. Keeper's got no chance. Look at the power on that thing. Messi capitalising on a mistake from Gaspar. 3-0 up in 30 minutes. It's like we're in dreamland. It took a couple of games to find our rhythm, but you can slowly start seeing the effects of Marco Ball on the team. It makes it much easier when you've got the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner in the side. It's a joy to play with one of the GOATs, but it's mini Messi Farias who opens our account here against Atlanta. The second time of asking. Messi brought down in the box. What's he going to do? Cheeky little Peneka. This is the game where liquid football came into effect. Messi and Campagna linking up again, but denied by the keeper. Their turn to whip in the ball from the corner. Confusion in the box. Goes over Ivicic. Sergio's there to make the goal line clearance. Messi rolling back the ears with a touch of goal. He takes the ball in our own half from the clearance. Running down on goal. He's probably made about 70 yards at this point and just blasts it past the keeper. He's starting to feel himself in this league. But there's a little rivalry going on. Whatever you can do, I can do better, says Campagna. Top bins. I salute you too, sir. I had to keep this clip in here from Gonzalo Perez to keep it at 4-0. That's now back-to-back wins at 4-0 apiece. 8 goals in 2 games. The defender then opens up the game against Red Bull from a lovely header from the corner. Farias is turning on the trickster traits. Makes his way into the box. Unlucky with the finesse shot. So, what we're trying to accomplish with Mr. Worldwide. Basically, we're going to be moving from club to club with the challenge of lifting silverware within 2 seasons. And that's 2 seasons maximum. If we get to 2 seasons and we still haven't won anything, then we're clearly not going to be the greatest manager of all time, are we? I want to be managing teams from all over the globe, playing with players I'd never normally play with, laying down roots with the Celtics, the Boca Juniors, the FC Basels of the world, honing our craft before earning our job at one of the big clubs like a Barca or a Real Madrid. You know, managing the best players in the world, but we have to earn our way there. Maybe even taking over a national team along the way, if a job tickles our pickle. Sir Marco managing a real underdog like Poland or Romania would be awesome to watch. But for now, we'll keep our focus on what's in front of us, and that's winning the double here in the good old US of A. Anyway, that's enough of these highlights. Let's go check where we are on the league table. After our dodgy start to the season, I am gassed to be second. What's that? Level on points with top, 1 game in hand. We've still got a long way to go, but it's a good start. What a relief. We've got 3 games left of this episode. Portland Timbers in the Cup, New England and Philly Union in the league. Ooh, it's a quarterfinals jobby. Well in, lads. We've swapped the formation round from a 4-3-3 to this 4-2-3-1. It's way more solid in the centre of the park. Hernandez is on the right-hand side because Martinez is crap. Probably somewhere we'll look to invest some money in come the transfer window. So let me know your suggestions in the comments below. Anyway, let's get it. I'll tell you what, after switching from old gen to new gen, these cutscenes are pretty cool. Up the Herons, here we go. Oh, he's been blocked off, ref. Come on. Wrong type of football, mate. Well done, Sergio. On once more by Messi. Cuss out. There it is. Put the burners on. Put the burners on. There you are. Your man is from Cuba. Campagna in the middle. Oh! Pings it off the bar. Oh, see you later. Oh! Oh! Oh, that would have been fantastic. Oh! Oh! Right. Second half, here we go. Good ball, Campagna. Get there. Farias cuts inside. Finesses it! I haven't seen that finesse shot trait come in handy yet. Alright. Campagna's in there. Look for the big man. Want it about there. That's it. Oh, that precision. Perfect. Campagna using his big fat melon. Putting us up 1-0. I told you he'd come good. MLS top scorer this season. Now bagging in the cup. We love a big man up top. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter who's on the pitch. Proper Route 1 stuff. Oh. How? I could smell that coming. Blanco. He ain't shooting blanks. Oh, Christ. He needs to get his hair back. You need to start growing your hair back, son. You can't be walking around outside looking like that. Alright, all level at the end of 90 minutes. No thanks for that, man. He sees you. Come on, flick it. Oh, I thought I was going to flick over him. Oh. I literally can't tackle. That's it. All the way. Sees you. Oh. Go on, whip it out wide. Run Hernandez. Iwobi sees the pass onto Campagna. Messi, go the long way round. Too far around the scenic route. Cuts it back to Iwobi, who's in the middle. Campagna! The big man's done it again. He's come to the rescue. Look at the ultras. Look at the ultras. Just waiting on the penalty spot and glides it. Top banjo. Keeper even gets a hand to it. Didn't have a chance, mate. Thank you, that man. I feel an upset on the cards. Oh, just get rid of it, Farias. Just clear it. Rosehead. Well done. Well done. That, oh, I thought he was going to get a red. That would have been worth it. 100%. Oh, that's a... How is he still on the pitch? Just clear him out. Oh, that's it. Oh, what a comeback. Look at the ultras. Well done, lads. Wasn't an easy game, but now we've got a semi-final to look forward to next episode. They're going down. I'm yelling timber. A couple of changes for the game against New England. Martinez up top, Yedlin right back, Negri left back, Gregor in the centre of the park, and Stefanelli left mid. Let's get it. Up the Herons. Here we go. Go on, Miller. Just get it up top. Martinez. Oh, why's he taking how's he taking a touch there? What? Oh, God. What was that? Just letting it run. Farias. Little mini Messi. Drag back. Cuts inside. Once more. Wobi's there. Outside of the boot. Oh. Unlucky. Unlucky. Well worked. I need to give you your hair back. Keep forgetting. Well done, Iwobi. Messi. He's been a standout player for us, Iwobi, so far. Messi plays it across. Oh, just cut out. Well done, Farias. Companion around the corner. Onto Gregor. That's it, get rid. Good. Drive at your man. Love that. That's inside. Companion. Oh, Messi! Oh, just couldn't get there. Companion's in there now. We know what to do. Aim it about there. Companion, getting up. Just keep hold of it. Nothing rash. Back out to Messi. That's it. Look for the big man again. Oh! Oh! Low driven by the youngster from one Argentine to another. This is how we do. Poster on the ball. Carlos Gil just playing it, just knocking it around. Oh, just taking the man. Is he last man? Was that last man? I don't think it was. Got to be too clear. Well done, ref. Great call. Got away with one. Bo running through. Little Bo Peep running through. Someone's a cross goal. Well done, Gonzalez. Martinez, that's it. Campagna, get in the box. What are the odds he's going to pass it across? What are the odds? 2-0. Didn't have to do that, Martinez. Didn't have to. He was well within his rights to take the shot, but when your man's there, you pass it and get the goal. Guaranteed G's. Blow the whistle, ref. Go on. No, how has he bundled through? How has that happened? Sorry. How has that happened? This game is so jammy, man. I bet he blows it now. There. Last kick of the game. Ridiculous. This is the last game of these highlights, and it's against Philadelphia, who are third. So it's a real 6-pointer, this one. Real 6-pointer. Right. Basically the same lineup as last game, but Campagna's up top. He has showed up suited and booted. Ready for the paps. Don't force it. Just keep hold of the ball. Nothing rash. In that spot he so ever likes to be in. Oh, nothing. Go on, Campagna. Oh, go on, Campagna. Cheeky little scissor kick. Messi on the rebound. Just slotting it home. Excellent start, lads. Patient build-up pays off. Go on, Alba. Play him through. Campagna on the ball. Cut inside. Alba still made his run. Have a go. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Back out to Messi. Takes on his man. Oh, that was a dog. Oh, what have I done? I'm fearing the worst here. Don't do it to him. Oh, the afro, man. What have you done? Why can't I go a game where I play it live and don't get a red card? Come on, guys. Crowd him out. Crowd him out. Oh, he's played him through. Just show him out wide. He's not going to be a danger out there. Just cover the man. Cover the man. Oh, what have we done? Ivicic, what? Just stick an arm out. You don't have to dive. What is that challenge? What am I doing there? That's the last thing we needed with 10 men. That's the easiest goal. Oh, such a dead goal to concede. What are you doing? Look, why have you dived? Just stick your arm out. We kind of need to win. I didn't check the scores at half time. Damn it. Gregor. Doing well at right back. Whips the ball in. Farias is there. Saved by Blake. Campagna there to snack out the rebound. The man's on fire this season. Campagna on fire. Your defense is terrified. Campagna on fire. Na 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 na. Hey! Get in. Gregor and Gonzalez just blocking off the lane. Mirandering run from the centre back. Big touch. Takes you around everyone. Lines up to strike. Oh, what? Would have been priceless. You've got to hit the target from there though. I don't care who you are. Oh yeah. So Marco's grown his hair back out. He's a natural blonde. He just dyes it grey. Spot a bother for no reason. Farias. Just cuts inside. Gets that finesse shot off. Whacks it against someone's balls. Take it around the corner. Flack. Down the line. Into Torres. Uri. Snuffed out by Gonzalez. Great tackle by Martinez. Doing his defensive duty. Lays it through. That's it though. Well done, boys. Got away with that one. 10 Herons come away with a victory. Let's check the table. Oh, it's looking good. Top of the pile by a point. And still 2 games in hand, we are looking on track for silverware in our first season with Inter Miami. Don't forget, we've got 10 million to spend in the transfer window. First of all, great suggestion, but there is a snag. Abada's too spenny and Angelo's still out on loan, so we've had to think outside the box with this one. Once coined as the Turkish Messi, Emre Mor, the FIFA 17 wonder kid, has joined us from the kebab house. With 5 mil left in the bank, we've got to do a bit of wheeling and dealing. Iwobi's been on the blower talking up Sir Marco and downplaying just how good Campagna is. That headband might steal him a few extra games though, and for just 3 mil from Fulham, it's an absolute bargain. We've already got some interest from European clubs. Espanyol, Valladolid, Rangers and Celtic are all tapping up Sir Marco. Just something to keep an eye on. We've had to sell a couple of players to fund this next signing, but it's an absolute no-brainer. Jesus Corona has joined the Herons and we're battling it out with Hernandez and Moore for that right mid spot. We've completely emptied Beck's bank account, but it's so worth it, David. Just look at that team. That's ready to win the lot. And speaking of winning the lot, we're jumping straight into the US Open Cup semis against Columbus Crew. Now, funnily enough, Inter Miami actually lost the final of the US Open Cup to Houston Dynamos last year. Martinez bagged in the 91st minute, but it wasn't enough as the Herons lost 2-1. And the Crew actually won it once in 2002, but nobody remembers that because that's when Spider-Man came out. Forget Messi versus Ronaldo, forget Haaland versus Mbappe. It's all about Maguire versus Holland, but it's our friendly neighbourhood Ecuadorian finishing off a wonderful team goal to put us 2-1 up against the Crew. Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba rolling back the years as he takes it to the byline, cuts inside and lays it off to Campagna to bag a hat-trick in the semi-finals. Talk about big game player. Messi whips out a bicycle kick to make it 4-1 for an absolute dreamland as Gressel pings it off the bar and Fossey puts his body on the line to stop him going 4-2 up. It was a little effort as they pull one back anyway. Chucho Hernandez nicking the ball off Miller, bearing down on goal, and there's only one thing in his mind: slotting it past Ivicic. With the comeback almost complete, it's Iwobi picking the ball up in the centre of the park, Moore slipping it through to Campagna to bag his 4th in the semi-finals. Someone call him Tori Kelly because he's the gift that keeps on giving. And he's got one more present for you, Inter Miami fans. But we'll have to unwrap that later as we've still got some work to do in the league. The fans are flying the flag high, and there's one reason why. Facundo Farias is a bona fide superstar. Just look at the quality of these goals. No wonder the fans love him. Now there's about 13 games left of the season, and we've got to secure our place in the playoff finals. And to give ourselves the best chance, we need to make sure we're beating teams like Red Bull. They sit in the top 7 with us. I mean, just look at the state of that goal. Sir Marco's livid, but he approves. Game recognises game. And this is probably the most messy goal I've ever scored on FIFA. He gets kicked out of him by 2 players and then manages to dribble it around 5 defenders and place it into the back of the net. It was all happening in the first half as Red Bull go level from the rebound. And let me tell you, a draw isn't acceptable. With Atlanta hot on our tail, we need to be seeing off teams, not giving them an olive branch back into the game. But someone must have added a little extra to Farias' sugar-free tinny as he's flying down the wing on the break. With burners like that, there's not just caffeine in his cup. So do me a favour and stay away from the cameras as we're not having you pull a Maradona on us. Now it was Derby Day as we travelled round the corner to face the Lions at the Exploria Stadium. The winners of the Florida Derby don't just get bragging rights to the state, no. It's something much better. They get to choose the song Flow Rider and Pitbull perform at the end of the game. It's gotta be move, move, shake, shake and drop what your mama said. Surely, that's an absolute banger. Anyway, Jesus Corona clearly wanted to cast his vote as he bags his first goal for the club. Now just watch this wizardry from Farias. Oh, it gets better every time I see it. Emre Mor opens his account, the Turkish wonder kid bagging his first goal for the club too. It's a game of debuts, isn't it? Corona turns provider as he slips Farias through in on goal as he tops off an incredible display and steals all 3 points for us in the derby. But now it's time to finally unwrap that present Campagna left for us under the tree. Your eyes do not deceive you. We are in our first final with Mr. Worldwide. This is how we're lining up. Let's get it. Just to raise the stakes a little, this is our first pop at silverware this season, and Kansas City have won this cup 4 times. Not good. Oh, Salio makes it 1-0 to Kansas City. Ivicic just couldn't get a hand to it. Oh, it's not a great start, is it? Classic Sir Marco in the final, going behind early on. Plenty of time to get one back though. Alba down the wing. We see you in the middle, Campagna. Takes a touch. A cross goal. Yes! The Ecuadorian never misses. Death taxes Campagna one-on-one. Beautiful man. Remember the name. Left foot of absolute dreams. It's always the left-footed people that can absolutely spank it. Big Ecuadorian melon. There it is. Oh, how has he kept that out? How has that not gone over the line? Can he get there? Yeah, just nips in front of him. Ronaldo chop. 1 pass, 2 pass. Messi. Yes! Guaranteed G's. Told you, always start off poor in the final. Plenty of time to come back. Okay, now let's break. Oh, piss poor from Miller. Russell's holding it up. Nothing silly, lads. Davies into Tommy. Again, Russell. Bottom left. That all came from a piss poor pass by Karim Miller. Johnny, you look Scottish to be fair. You take our lives, but you'll never take our freedom. Let's not start the second half how we started the first, lads. Get your head screwed on. Iwobi galloping through the centre of the park. Can he find his man? Campagna. Can he cut inside? He can cut inside. Gets a touch off. Off the bar. What is that big white ugly thing in the way? We've only got a couple of minutes left. Can we find a bit of magic from somewhere? Into Campagna. The cross goal. Oh, that's just trickled in. Delightful stuff. The Ecuadorian has won us our first bit of silverware as Mr. Worldwide. 3-2 is the magic number. We've done what the real Inter Miami couldn't do in 2023, and that's win the US Open Cup final. We've stopped Kansas City from winning it 5 times. Job bloody done. Look at that. First one in the trophy cabinet. Well done, lads, and make space for another, because if we cast an eye on the league table, we finished top of the pile with an MLS record-breaking 80 points, which means we have Red Bull in the conference semi-finals. It's not like we haven't had the pleasure of beating these lot already this season. We saw them off 3-2 in the first half at their place earlier this season. Now we have the strength of the Miami faithful backing us at home. We should be unstoppable. But it's not the case, as we go behind 1-0 thanks to a Hurtado goal. Now there's an obvious hero to this story, but I want to give a special thank you to Ivicic for keeping us in the game. The Croat was playing like his life depended on it, but the name that's going to be in all of the papers tomorrow morning, the youngster, Facundo Farias. When we needed our big players to step up and be counted, it was the youngster leading from the front, bagging 2 goals to bring us back into the game. And it's none other than Emre Moore, the failed wonder kid, to bag the final goal and seal our victory as we push through to the next round of the playoff finals. It's against New England, who like us have never won the playoffs, both hoping to reach the final. It's Messi getting brought down in the box in the opening 10 minutes, clear penalty shout, and Martinez missing the header from the corner. You know how this story goes by now. New England get the opening goal through Chancellor, and just like every knockout game before, we're forced to dig deep and find a way to pull ourselves back into the game. A silky bit of skill from Farias leads to a spanking effort off the crossbar, just denying ourselves an equaliser before the halfway point, but completely undeterred from his first half mishap, and with the composure of a player who spent a lifetime playing before him, he levels the score. And I'll tell you what, not even 2 keepers standing in the net could stop that rocket of a shot. New England clearly haven't read the script of this game, as they managed to bag an equaliser in the dying embers. We make it to extra time, and who else but Facundo Farias, the boy from Santa Fe, for the performance even Messi would have been proud of, dragging Inter Miami to the playoff finals. We're 1 game away from winning the double here in the US of A, and we have Minnesota standing in our way. Farias is knackered, but he gets the nod. Let's do this. Just 1 win away from an incredible first season as Mr. Worldwide. Either way, I'm leaving the MLS at the end of the season. So let's go out on a high. Up the Herons, here we go. Campagna on once more. Farias lines up. I'll tell you what, I don't mind it. Loving the enthusiasm. It's not a bad stadium. It's not the best in the MLS. Or was it the right ball? Iwobi lines one up. Off the woodwork. I need to get back in the box, mate. Fossey. On once more. Into Messi. Can you pull it? Oh, the wrong decision there. Look, I don't know what to tell you, Hernandez. When you got Moore and Farias playing this good, you're just not going to get a look in. I don't care if you're from Cuba. Go on, Messi, slip him through. Ref! Come on! That was outrageous! Is he not getting a card for that? How has he got away with that? Look, he's just taken out the man completely. He didn't even get a card, not even a yellow. I'll tell you what, this is Messi's territory though. What you say about there? That was going top bins. Oh, that's pissed me off, that has. Right, I'm not going to lie, lads. It hasn't been the first half we were hoping for. I'm not scared to release one of you bastards before I leave. Get it together. Don't let him get the ball in. Oh, he's played through. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, take a second. Take a second. Get the ball out wide to Farias. This is liquid. Come on, Iwobi. Finish it off. Oh, I didn't even hit the target. My fault for shooting with you, mate. Showing that wide. Oh, no, no. The angle's there. Good keeping. He's been the unsung hero of this team. Forever reliable. Right, find the ball, Sergio. And now we break. Oh, touches too big. Farias wins the ball back. Cuts inside. Gets a touch away. Finessing it into the bottom right. That is turning into a trademark. I think he is going to be the one that comes with us from team to team, and he will be the captain of future sides lifting silverware. I can bloody see it in my crystal ball. Come on! 22 and 36. That's outrageous. Right, closing down. Oh, well done, Campagna. Nicking the ball away. Just shrugging the man off as well. God, I didn't realise you had these burners. Can you go all the way? Right foot. Yes! 2-0. And who other than the big Ecuadorian? I really didn't think it was going to be our day for a second. It was really shaping up to be an upset. Oh no, it still could be. For God's sake. Why do I jinx it? Every time I jinx it. As soon as I start talking about how we've done well to win the game, or to come back into the match, or to equalise, they score a goal! Play out wide. To be fair, that is a ping. First time pass from Alba. Go on, Farias. Do you, man? Do you know what I'm thinking? Oh, it would be rude not to. It would be rude not to! Volcano Farias! Oh! He's the person we turn to. Whenever we need a goal, whenever there's a spark of hope, it's come from the left-hand side. That's lovely stuff. Oh, well done, lads. The subs are storming the pitch. We're going to be fine, but who bloody cares? Because we've only gone and done it. 1 season, 2 trophies. We've revived the career of Emre Moore. We've uncovered a couple of absolute gems. Farias and Campagna, I'm looking at you. They've both made incredible cases for joining us at our next club on our worldwide quest for trophies. Here's the captain, Lionel Messi. It's another medal for his extensive collection. But it's the first in our journey to becoming the GOAT. Take it all in, lads. Enjoy every moment. You've earned it. Definitely room for a 3rd trophy up there. There it is. It's official, in writing. A quick look at the stats, and Campagna finishes with 25 and 13. Farias 21 and 15. Messi 18-17. Facundo bags a golden boot, and Messi wins MLS MVP. Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to the lads. They really have been an absolute joy to play with. And honestly, I recommend anyone in the squad if you're doing any RTGs out there. But it's time to move on to the next challenge. These are the job offers on the cards. Sporting, Benfica, Porto. All 3 are great choices. All want to win the league, but there's only one that stands out. I hope you're going to love our new home as much as I am. Fresh off an 8-hour flight, we touched down in the beautiful city of Lisbon. In the shadows of rivals Benfica and Porto, it's time for the underdog to step firmly into the spotlight. Here are the boys. 5 at the back, I see. Why is every team we go to 5 at the back? I don't understand it. That won't last long anyway. I'll get to fixing this soon, but there's a lot of talent in this team. Pedro Goncalves, Inacio, Diamande in defence, they're meant to be the next best thing. We'll have a proper look next episode. But for now, let's play about with the formation. Yeah, that's looking much better. We're going to stick you central, Pedro. I hope you're ready to be the main man in this team. Oh, I don't believe the luck. We got Braga next. Top of the pack. It'll be rude not to play it, so this is how we're lining up, obviously. Let's get it. What happened to your suit? He thinks he's a big man now he's won a couple trophies. Honestly, talk about thrown in the deep end for your first game. It's only top of the table. Adnan, no! We're not in the MLS anymore, are we? Marcus Edwards, come on, get in the box. Ex-Tottenham boy, pulls it back. Victor! That's terrible. Campagna would have scored that. Broom has still got the pace, I see. Excellent, excellent covering from Inacio. What a world-class save from Adam. Come on, close him down. Oh, good God. Who was that? I'm going to have to let you go. I'm gonna have to let you go. Nah, what in the violation? Let's send someone else out there. Do not get skinned. That's better. That's how you do it. Victor, come on. That's it. Show the pace, Edwards. Show the pace. He's got away from his man to level the score. No! What? That's barn door stuff. No, you've got to be hitting the target. Shouldn't expect anything less from an ex-Spuds player though. Go on, close him. Yes, well done, Edwards. Right, now we break. Victor, play him through. Surely now. Oh, and he's dinked it over the keeper and the goal. Come on, play that wide. Let's try this again, shall we? Get the ball into the box. Trincao. Get there. Oh, what? What in the scripting? No. No. Keep going. Try this again. Trincao. There it is. Finally. Oh, that was painful. Everyone's got the first stage just as other than this man. Into G. Into Horta. Ronnie Lopez, the goal scorer. And the nutmegger. The panicking. Oh, he's let it run to Masrati. Banza! Is he offside? He's offside. Surely he's offside. He's not offside. Oh, we worked so hard to get back into the game. Not an ideal first half. Lads, what are you playing at? Need I remind you the transfer window is coming up. Anything's better than that first half. Edwards. Into Morita. On once more. To Pedro. Steps away from his man. Get a shot off. Oh, rifled it. Top of the net. Our number 8 saving the day. Levelled the score. That's giving the fans something to cheer about. Oh, we've got no one to bring on, do we? Ratty. Excellent ball. We've got Victor. Can the Swede bag it? 3-2. Excellent comeback. I kind of feel bad for somebody now. He's still worried about a Campagna. He is. I know it. I can see it in his face. Great switch by Edwards. Excellent touch. Has Pedro seen the run? Excellent pass. Oh, almost an instant impact from the young sub. Got the youngster running through. Will he go into the corner? Couple minutes to go. No, he won't. He's done his man. Lofts it through. Once more. Pedro again. 4-2. I knew putting you central would be a great shout. Oh, this wasn't the start we would have wanted, but it's certainly the finish. A win that might just put us in first place. It's not a bad way to make our debut now, is it? Excellent stuff. We've bunny hopped rivals Braga into second spot, just 2 points off Benfica. We're knocked out of the cup against Chavez, and we finished third in our Europa League group, which means we've got Ferencváros in the Conference League. Only 2 real shots at silverware then. We've got 27 mil to play with. This is how the team's looking. Where do you think we need strengthening in the January transfer window? But I'm going to leave you with a little treat. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, over 1,200 games and 870 goals later, the little boy from Madeira left Lisbon to become one of the greatest players in the history of football. Now he's returned home to where it all began. Welcome back, Cristiano Ronaldo. Right, before we start, I've got some bad news. Inacio is joining Monaco. But we haven't got time to worry about that. We need to make a choice. And only one of you can join us. This mug doesn't know what he's doing. Sit down and let me take your best player from you. We need him more than you do. Welcome to Sporting, our new number 11, Facundo Farias. It braced my heart to leave Campagna out of Miami, but Farias is going to do bits for us. 21 mil and Trincao as the sacrificial lamb. 27 mil left in the kitty, let's do some damage. Don't worry Arteta, I don't want Raya or Havertz, you'll barely know he was gone. Ex-Porto prospect and Fox River prisoner Teabag joins us for 25 mil plus some Ricardo bloke. We've completely blown our load, so we've sold Lee Tao Suk to Betis, Gent Catamo joins our old flame into Miami, and Muniz joins Vallecano on loan, just to make way for our Inacio replacement. Even though we've still got 4 centre-backs, we've snagged Israel Reyes on the free, who looks like a bit of a beast to be honest. And last but not least, we've signed Bergval. He joins us as a passion project. Now after all that's done, we're looking like a tasty little sangria. Ronnie's been made captain, for obvious reasons. Pedro's moved into that deeper line playmaker role. Teabag as the 10, Farias on the left, where he caused so much mischief in the MLS. As mentioned, we've joined halfway through the season, so we're in good nick for the league, just 2 points off top, and we've got a good shot at the UEFA Conference League. So let's jump straight into that, shall we? Look at that. Ronnie's not even played a game yet and they've got the Tifo out. And let's be honest, he's the type of player to thrive off of that kind of love. And he does well to return that love with 2 incredible goals in our first game in Europe. He's taken the piss with that bicycle kick, but I'm all here for it. Now I don't want to hear any of the Messi versus Ronaldo BS. They're the best players to ever grace a football pitch. And personally, I don't have a favourite. Although I might lean towards whoever scores the most goals for us. Messi leads the way with 18 goals at Inter Miami. Can CR7 beat that in the 6 months we've got left of the season? Well, you have to watch and find out, won't you? After demolishing Ferencváros, we had the pleasure of welcoming Benfica to the José Alvalade Stadium in our first Lisbon derby. Now, there was obviously more than just bragging rights at stake here. The enemy sit 2 points clear of us at the top of the table. And after going 3 goals down in the first half, we managed to claw our way back into the game. And with 3 minutes remaining, we managed to rescue a point at the depths. Ronaldo with the brace as we managed to keep ourselves in this title race. It's the 94th minute and the ball's pulled back for Vieira, who can make himself a hero, but it's a dreadful shot. Waste man. Now, maybe I'm being too harsh. We shouldn't have left it until the 94th minute to try and find a winner against our bloody rivals. Crap. The lot of you, I want a better performance against Vitesse. Farias opens his account, but just look at the whip on this free kick. It's incredible. Thiago Silva, you should know better though. A 30-year-old born in Lisbon. Bloody blasphemy, mate. Farias with a brace and his new boots. It looks like it's game, set and match. But in the final minutes, they send up their keeper, and with a defender in his way, he tries to find the angle. Pedro, in his own half, spanks it, and with just enough juice left in the tank, it trickles over the goal line. Eat your bloody heart out, son. Bex would be proud. And so would Pierre-Yves Hamel. Shout out Paris FC. Season 3 episode 2 out next, by the way. We had Spanish side Osasuna in the round of 16. We go a goal behind from Chucky, but it's Farias and Ronaldo linking up for the equaliser, and youngster Abdul Fatawu making no mistake with the finish to make it 2-1. It was somewhat in vain as Moy Gomez pops up with an equaliser to end the first leg 2-2. We travel to the El Sadar Stadium in Pamplona, where nothing less than a victory will do. Captain CR7 cancels out Marcel's early opener, but I'm telling you now, remember the name or buy him in your own career mode as Abdul Fatawu guides home a predator missile with his left peg. He even whips out a Sui for good measure as we end the game 4-3 on aggregate. We hopped on a flight to Besiktas, and we didn't just come to Turkey for a new hairline and a set of veneers. We had a job to do. And it wasn't an easy job as Rebic whips in an absolute perler of a cross to some bloody gazelle bloke. Hang on, that's a boy from Lyon. I actually forgot he was playing. I thought he retired. I suppose he has actually. Now he's playing in Turkey. Wait, no, I take that back. Emre Moore came from Turkey and he was a blinder for us to Inter Miami. Fabio Vieira, honestly, you will be playing for Besiktas if you keep missing these bloody chances. But it was Super CR7 to the rescue as he hits the rebound like a prime big shot. We scraped through with a comeback win. but we had absolutely no room for error in the return fixture. We had to do anything in our power for a win. Ronnie, early in the first half, goes full Sunday League but manages to slot it away. He's then slipped through by Reese in the second half to make it 2 to the good with a delightful finesse shot into the top corner. Fresneda with a goal line clearance he knew absolutely nothing about. Pedro then coming to Farias' rescue as we walk away into the semi-finals with our heads high. 50 wins for Sir Marco, and let's make it 51. We go into the penultimate game of the season where a point is all that is needed to clinch the league title in our first 6 months, and Boa Vista are all that stand in our way. Now, we've been in these high pressure games before. Kansas City in the MLS Cup, the playoff final against Minnesota, the recent Lisbon derby. All 3 games spring to mind where we go behind early doors and have to claw our way back into the game, and I was determined not to make the same mistake in this clash. We needed to dispatch Boa Vista confidently and comfortably. Ronnie and Sir Marco giving the team talk was all that was needed to fire up the lads in this absolute thumping of a victory. CR7 leading the way as he bags a hat-trick in 55 minutes. This was more than just a title deciding game. This was a warning shot to the likes of Benfica and Porto that we're not the underdogs anymore. Lock your doors at night, sleep with one eye open, do what you need to do, because we're here to take the lot. Ronnie walking up to the podium to lift his first title with Sporting and our second in 18 months. And technically, I suppose we can actually leave Sporting now we've won a major. But I just can't bring myself to even think about moving on. We haven't even had a full season with the lads, and it smells like something special is cooking here in Lisboa as fireworks rain over the city. The streets of Lisbon are lined with Sportingistas for our semi-final clash against Vecchia Signola. The Bianconeri came to visit the Jose Alvalade Stadium for the first time since their Europa League quarter-final win in April last year. And Ronaldo went into this game hungrier than ever, with a point to prove against his old team. Missed free kicks and Chesney saves littered the stats, but as Farias places the ball down for the corner, he takes a glance up and sees there's nobody marking the most lethal finisher in the game. As Ronaldo stands free just off the 6-yard box, he leaps up to nod home the opening goal in this semi-final clash. Showing respect to his old team, he puts his boyhood club one step closer to a historic double. As the clock strikes midnight, our fairy tale night comes to an early end as we lose our foothold in the game to a Moyes Keane leveller. Like a wet flannel, the rebound off an Adam save is all that was needed to dampen the mood. And with the embers of the night dwindling, we head to the Allianz Stadium for the second leg of this semi-final clash. Sir Marco was the changing room DJ because, in the immortal words of Take That, the boys were looking to relight the fire in Turin. Played through by Ronaldo, Edwards' first chance of the game is snuffed out quickly. The pair link up again for a second strike of the match, and Marcus makes no mistake this time and lights up the night like it's remember the 5th of November. As the first half plays out, with the memory of the first leg fresh in our minds, we're searching for that 2-goal cushion. Our best chances come from an Edwards long shot and Argentinian acrobatics. We go into the second half on a knife's edge. Quartes running an offside trap that Chiellini would have been proud of, and someone slipped that line over Fiver. He's done us a proper favour. Not getting that 2-goal cushion comes back to bite us in the arse. As Vlahovic is slipped through, he makes it 1-0, and after 180 minutes of football, we're into extra time, Jeff. But can these two titans find a winner in extra time? Well, with the ball at his feet, he delivers it on a silver platter for Ronaldo to head home the winner. Love him or hate him, he's always there to drag you through the game when you need it most. Hitting a disrespectful suey in front of the home fans of his old club, he's put us through to our first European final. Can we be on course for what only a handful of managers have done before us and win back-to-back doubles? The stage has been set for what is arguably the most important game of football in both of these clubs' histories. Sporting Lisbon versus Brighton and Hove Albion in the UEFA Conference League final. So sit back and enjoy.
Muchas gracias, afición. Este para vosotros.
It's like he's been practicing all year for this one chance in the final of the Conference League to win the double. He whips out a perler. Now, after scoring in the opening 4 minutes, It's fair to say our heads were still spinning. Brighton delivers a Mr. Whippy into the box, and the Scotsman, Billy Gilmore, nods home Brighton's equaliser. Now a bunch of calamitous defending and Jogger Benito passing leads to a Kyogo goal that puts us 2-1 down in this final. Our backs up against the wall, we were doing everything to unpick the lock. Even Hello Hamora didn't work. And if João Pedro catches that, any sweeter would be done for. Edwards on the ball, he slips through a busting a gut Ronaldo. And honestly, as time stood still, you'd bet your bottom dollar that hit in the back of the net. With frustration rife amongst the camp, it's Jolman snapping Fatty's legs. Honestly, the Dane is lucky not to be walking away with a red card. The silly We escaped the first half with 11 men, but still 2-1 down. And it's a bloody stalemate until the 74th minute. A Solly March pulls it back for Kyogo, and it's big bad Adam pulling out a big save. From the corner, Edward puts his body on the line. Pedro wins the ricochet. It falls to Farias. From Inter Miami, we bought in for Trincao, and 21 mil is about to earn that price tag as he slips it back through to Pedro and he misses the shots. With just minutes left on the clock, it's Farias and Ronnie linking up on the counter-attack, and with the pressure of an entire city resting on his shoulders, he's done it! It's the boy from Santa Fe, the hidden gem for Inter Miami, who we are crafting into a flawless diamond fit for a king. The centerpiece of the crown jewels. That goal was more than just something that keeps us in this game. It was the symbolic passing of the torch between a legend and the birth of a new generation. And we've done it. With the Farias finesse shot, the comeback is complete, and we've won our first European final and won Sporting's first European trophy in over 60 years. And I'll tell you what, remember the name, Facundo Farias. The youngster steps up to the stage to lift our fourth trophy in 18 months. And I'll tell you what, it will take some doing to keep up with this ratio for much longer. But we'll certainly give it a good bloody go, won't we, lads? Let the sweet sounds of Pitbull and Neo fill your ears as we're going to have the time of our lives celebrating this historic double. Okay, that was intense. I'm going to need a strawberry daiquiri and a hot bath to unwind after that. Confirmation of our cup and league double for you lot. Let's have a look at this goal tally. Look, 13 in 9 games. Just wow. And for those wondering, he's bloody smashed Messi's goal count. 30 goals in 22 games. That's insane. He's 39 years old. We've still got some business with Sporting, and after winning the double, we've got Champions League nights to look forward to. And it's safe to say, I fancy our chances. So let's get it. Here are the boys. It's great to see you, Ronnie. Excited for Champo? Of course you are. But we need to get the rest of the team shipshape, and Sir Marco's got us on a couple of spots. Obviously we need a new man between the sticks. Adam's retired, and we got very lucky to find Keylor Navas on a free. I was also feeling hella nostalgic at the end of last season, so we brought back João Matinho to his boyhood club. We're only sticking around until the end of the season, so we haven't got any time to waste. Nuno's joined us from Arsenal for 18 million, but that's left a gaping hole in our kitty. We'll get a couple of you lads on the chopping block. Lisbon is a feeder club after all, so we've binned off Tolkien, Bueno, Justo, Tanloga, Nanzino, Calais, Azon and Reese, which means we've got a bit more to play with to find a proper centre mid to pair with Jolmond. Sticking with the Nando's theme, we've added some peri-peri spice in ex-Porto youngster Ruben Neves. He's joined us from Al Hilal for 54 million plus Morita. I'm gassed with our business. Sir Marco has done wonders. Now we're going out for the treble, League, Cup and Champo. Ronnie is hanging up the boots at the end of the season, so before we dip to another club, let's try and get the Champions League in the Lisbon Trophy cabinet, eh? What better way to start these highlights off than against our rivals? Put nostalgia aside, Neves, we're here to do a job. Out of the two keepers, it's Navas called into work first. The Costa Rican has got some big shoes to fill after Adam retired last season. Deadlock until the second half. It's Fresneda on the overlap from the throw-in. He bulldozes his way through the left back and puts it on a plate for Ronnie. I can't believe he's retiring. I wanted to see how good he'd be next season after we left. Still, let's not dwell on that. We had a cracking 6 months with him last season, and let's try and do him proud and go for the Holy Grail, eh? How many managers can say they've coached both Messi and Ronaldo? Not many seats around that table, I bet. Speaking of the devil, he grabs a brace to win the game, and now we're off into Champo. This is why we came to Europe, the pinnacle of club football. Salzburg were the first to visit the Jose Alvalade Stadium, and after a trifecta of missed CR7 chances, He bags his first goal in Champo from a corner and his second 20 minutes later. The man should have had 4 goals in 40 minutes, but we'll settle for a brace for now. Diomande taking down their man in the box. Joutgler converts from the spot. I've been wanting to try him for ages, but I've just never got around to it. Our little gem Farias is unlucky from the volley, but it's the Israeli Gluck to level the score for Salzburg. They've got a tidy little team, you know. I'll tell you who else is tidy. Facundo Farias. The boy's like a mix of Ronaldo and Messi. The youngster's got a bright future ahead of him. Hopefully he's by our side every step of the way. Into extra time, that's Neves to deny the Spaniards second. Don't get carried away, lads. We've got a corner to deal with now. Neves gets up and deals with the first ball in. As they crack on with the second phase, it's a Spaniard to whip out a freaking scissor kick at the near post. I knew this bloke has something about him. He's earned himself a scout report. Off to the San Siro next to face the group favourites, Inter. I'm still not too sure what Dumfries was doing here, but it's Ronaldo with the interception. And to be fair, the 40-year-old has still got some burners on him. Trying his luck from the outside of the box, and you know what? It wasn't a bad effort. Squeaky bum time for the Inter fans. They've got a pretty solid team, to be fair. Cruz whipping in the corner. Martinez slots the ball through to En-Nesyri. And as he dilly-dallies with it, he beats Neves at his near post. Keepers should never be beaten at their near post. Isn't that right, Neves? We walk away from the San Siro with a win, and then we're off to face Galatasaray next. We've got fond memories of our trips to Turkey. We beat Besiktas last year in the Conference League, so we know how the Donna's made. Fataru picks out Edwards, and the Englishman absolutely doner kebabs it into the far corner. What a volley! Look at the state of this. A cross goal. Mate, keeper's got no chance. Marcus Edwards, an underrated gem here. Hang on, are we going to close him down, lads? That's the second time they've hit the woodwork and don't do anything stupid. Oh, St. Justo. He's had a rush of blood there, bless him, but can Navas step up? Yes, he can. What a save. On the rebound, he gets beat at his near post. What did I say about that earlier? Oh, wait, no, I forgot about this. I might put some circus music over it because you lot are a bunch of freaking clowns. How has that gone in? Don't act like you did anything, Zaniolo. We all know you got bloody lucky. Aston Villa reject. Who leaves Roma to go to Galatasaray? Like, what are you thinking? The luck just wasn't falling our way, but Nuno somehow manages to grab a point at the depths. You tell you what, he's actually a bombing fullback. He's cracking. If you want attacking fullbacks, I highly recommend you look out for him. But guess who pops up with the goal? He's about 60 rated by now. Little Droumatinho finally bags on his return to his boyhood club. Roddy grabs a second, and get your popcorn out because this might be the best goal I've ever scored with anybody. Oh, Roddy, he's got a family, mate. He's got to go home to his wife and kids after this. Alright, it might not be the best goal I've ever scored, but it's certainly very tasty. Anyway, that's the end of this. Let's go check out where we are on the league table. Bloody hell, it's tight up here. But did you expect anything less than these three at the top? We just about grazed through the group and we're into the semis of the Portuguese Cup. A monster bid has come in for Pedro, but he's not going anywhere. And without selling players, we can't sign anyone. So we're sticking with what we've got. But this is a good chance to look at prospective job offers for next season. I don't want to go to a Super League team yet. I want to manage a few more underdogs before taking on a Barca or a Real Madrid. But let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. We've got to deal with Liverpool in the round of 16. Thinking about it, Liverpool could be a shout. And the fact that Klopp is leaving in real life makes it even more realistic. And what better way to throw our name in the hat than by knocking these prats out of Europe? Pedro and Jolman know the score as a tag team. Endo is through on goal, and you know what he's going to do from here. 1-0 up against the Red Devil. No, they're not the Red Devils. What are they? What's it? Just the Reds, I think, isn't it? Should probably know that if I'm going for a job interview. Can't gurn and fist bump your way out of that. Nuno, what are you doing, bruv? Just watching McAllister into the box and he makes it 1 apiece. I was just bigging you up earlier for being such a great fullback. Maybe we should be a left mid, thinking about it. I haven't seen you make a tackle, to be honest. Ronnie versus Allison, and the post comes out on top. I mean, what are the chances? And check out this save from Navas. Great save. He kept us in that tie. Now we're playing Vittoria in the semis of the Cup. Fresneda pops it through to the Ronnie. And is the post going to come out on top? Is it? He learnt his lesson against Allison. Fabio Vieira, who has been kind of hit and miss, comes out with a stonking effort across goal. The angle on that, fair play, mate. They've only really got one player, Vittoria, Jota, and we just let him dance through our defence and blast it near post. We had the sub keeper in on this one, but Look at this. Fatabu, he decides, you know what, I'm going to raise your little wiggle and I'm going to do it around your whole bloody team. The youngster has got a big future. He is also another candidate, to be fair, alongside Farius, who we might be taking to our next club. Haven't decided yet. I'm going to keep that close to the chest. I simmed the second leg. We were A-OK, but now we're off to Anfield for our second leg in the round of 16. Arguably lucky to still be in this tie after the Keylor Navas masterclass in the first leg. But it's Super CR7 on the break who sets the tone before half-time. In all fairness, Ronnie does come alive in the knockouts, and there's probably nobody else I'd rather have, because he just finds a way to win. Edwards grabs our second, and then it's 1-2 stepping past our Garden-known defence as Heung-min Son grabs an assist for Adley. Honestly, what a couple of weird transfers. They made him captain too. This Liverpool team is a right state. It needs sorting out. They've pillaged Arsenal for Gabriel, Zinchenko and Benny Blanco. No wonder we sent them packing out of Champo. On to the round of 16 we go. We're back in the league, in the hunt for the title, this time against Gil Vicente. And you know what I said earlier about Ronaldo's FIFA Street goal being the best I've ever scored? Well, I take that back, because look at the state of this from Marcus Edwards. Just give him the Puskás award already, because nobody is topping that from the Englishman. Look at the state of it. Swipe right, super like, drop it a follow, because that's marriage material right there, baby. But we've got to compose ourselves now as we head into the first round of our quarter-final clash against Lazio. A crunching tackle from Pedro leads to a Farius thunderbolt into the top right banjo. Fresneda on the ball, he finds Ruben Neves on the outside of the box, and it would have been a cracking goal. Look at that, just fingertips above the post. Could have done with that hitting the onion bag as they pull one level, but it's Farius with the chop shot finesse shot. The youngsters took to Champo like a duck to water. He's still only young too. It's quite scary how much potential he's got to grow into. But it doesn't matter how many we score if we keep handing them goals on a silver platter. Although saying that, Facundo does grab a hat-trick. And Ronaldo delightfully dinks the keeper to make it 4-2. Brutal stuff from our attack, but I've never seen a player point to the badge like this in a celebration. It was kind of cool. Anyway, the first leg ends as an absolute slobber knocker. 4-3, which means the second leg rolls around at our place. And we're in desperate need of one, keeping our defence nice and tight from the beginning. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, that's fine. As long as they don't grab a second. Nope, the defence is a shambles. They made it 3-0 and it's 68 minutes on the clock. Did the boys even listen to Sir Marco's team talk? We look like a bunch of spuds. It's the 75th minute. We need a goal. Oh no, Lino, I'm going to kill you. It doesn't matter. As long as there's still minutes on the clock, we've got a chance. And Ronaldo makes it 6-5 in aggregate from the header. 87 minutes and it's a Lazio corner. Ruben Neves breaks up the play, drives out of the box with it, spots Pedro and he's off. 3, 2, 1. He's at the races. He does the first man, takes it round him, head down, gun it for it. He's got the boys in green in support with him, but he says, leave it with me, boys. And he levels to score. It's the man of the moment again as he grabs a brace in the 100th minute. 7-6 on aggregate, and the game still feels like it's on a knife's edge. How can you score 7 goals over 2 legs and still not be certain to go through to the next round? Some cracking build-up play, and if we manage to finish this, it will be a great team goal. And we have. It's Ruben Neves to make it 8-6, and we're into the semi-finals against Manchester City. It's our toughest challenge yet, but in order to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And with the final in touching distance, we can't make the same mistake as we did last game. Oh my God! Has he ever scored with his right foot? Ever? I genuinely don't think he has. There's no let up though. Diomande gets the block in, but it's Jack Grealish on the end of the deflection to make it 2-0 under 15 minutes. If we keep this up, it's going to be an absolute whitewash. It's Neves to pop it over the top to our flying fullback Nuno. And as he works his way into the box, has he got the composure? Of course he does. The youngster's having a season he'll do well to forget. I think he's got 5 or 6 goals at this point. We force a corner and you better get that box sorted, because you know exactly who we're aiming for. Pedro with the whip in and Ronnie with the header. It's a tale as old as time. These two are a delicious dynamic duo. We have forced our way back into this game. 50 minutes on the clock. We work our way down round the outside, and it's Jolman into Pedro, into Ronnie again, and we have stunned the Etihad. Thanks for having us, Edison, but you know how it is. 90 plus minutes, one big heavy touch, takes the shot on, and it's Navas with the big bad save. Heroics from the Costa Rican, but let's go check the calendar, as we've got some big news on the horizon. Okay, 3, maybe 4 games left of the season. City in the semis and Porto in the cup final. Final game of the season, and we only need a point to win the title. This is how we're lining up. Let's get it. What a way to end our story with Sporting. The Holy Trinity is on the cards. League, Cup and Champo treble. But first, we have to dispatch of these lot and pit our rivals Porto to the title. Varius makes it 2-1 in the first half, and then it's Jolman with an absolute leg breaker. Ronaldo with the burners still at 40 years of age. He takes it wide, and check this delightful little dink out, hitting a double semi with Jolman the leg breaker, and the cherry on top goes to Fabio Vieira with this lunging effort from the corner. 4-1 the game finishes, and we've won back-to-back league titles with Sporting. Get in there, lads. But the grind doesn't stop there. We've still got our semi-final clash against City. This is how they're lining up, and these are the 11 boys in green we've got to face them. Let's get it, lads. Come on then. Is it really any surprise that Ronnie's top goal scorer? Of course it's not, but what is a surprise is it was an absolute stalemate until the 80th minute. A big stop by Navas to keep us in the tie, but unfortunately it was to no avail as De Bruyne puts it away from the corner, making it 3-all on Ag. Marcus tries his luck from outside the box, but it's no bueno. And in the first half of added time, it's Rodri with a thunderbolt to put it past Keylor Navas. The Spaniard puts City 2-0 up on the day and 4-3 up on aggregate. But what did I say at the beginning of this video? There is nobody else we'd rather have in the Champions League than Cristiano bloody Ronaldo. The 40-year-old pulls it back level in front of the home fans at the Jose Alvalade Stadium. But there's no such thing as away goals in the Champions League. All we've done now is force our way through to a penalty shootout. I don't know how to set the penalty taker, so Ronnie was up first and makes no mistake. Haaland up first for City, and of course he bags. Pedro goes bottom left. Rodrigo goes in the opposite direction. Farias converts top left. De Bruyne is a cheeky little Fabio Vieira. He makes no mistake. Nunez places it just beyond Navas. Daniel goes top left. Gavaggio with a weak effort. And we're on to Fatabu. He tries to put it bottom right, but Edison is equal to it. And this is it. If Rodri scores, we're knocked out. And he sends Navas the wrong way. And the final nail has been hammered into the Sporting Lisbon treble-winning coffin. Our hopes have been dashed. And to be honest, I'd back us to beat Barca and all. Nevertheless, we've got to fix up. We've got a cup final to win. Here's the Porto lineup. Nothing to rave about. Coates gets the nod for us as he's retiring at the end of the season. So without any further ado, let's get it. Our final game as Sporting Gaffer. And how fitting that it's to beat our rivals to the double. We couldn't give Ronnie his 6th Champions League title, but he did lift a League and Conference League double last season. So hopefully 4 trophies in 18 months makes up for it. Once again, he scores from a Pedro corner to take the lead in this cup final. Exactly how Sir Marco wanted to kick things off. It's Fresneda from the short free kick. He tries his luck from 75 yards out-ish and actually troubles Costa. And from the resulting corner, it's St Justice's turn to be denied. We couldn't take our chances in the first half to double our lead. And as a result, well, you know what happens by now. Pepe levels to score for Porto. It's St Just to play Fresneda down the line, and as he gets to the byline, he pulls it back to Ronnie and he grabs his brace. He does it very well, to be fair. He's off balance. He just steers it into the roof of the net, giving Costa no chance. It's to little effort as 5 minutes later, Porto are down the other end and they equalise through David Camor. On the break, it's silky skills from Ronnie. He's just rolling back the ears. Who else would you rather have go through one-on-one though? You would have bet your mortgage on that hitting the onion bag. Diego Costa coming in clutch once again. We're in extra time for the 3rd time this season, and it's for Ron gunning through, but Navas is equal to it. And once again, our fate is decided from the penalty spot. Ronaldo steps up first and he makes no mistake. You wouldn't expect anything less now, would you? Navas denies Taremi. Pedro doesn't give Costa a chance. Navas goes the right way but the wrong height. Farias, cool, calm and composed once again. Joel Mario with a copy and paste job. Neves, top right. Lovely stuff. And it all comes down to this. Navas versus Veron. If we save, we've won. And the Costa Ricans done it. Complete redemption for our number one as he wins us his penalty shootout for back-to-back double winning seasons with Sporting and the three-peat for doubles with Sir Marco at the helm. Ronnie lifting the trophy in his last game before retirement and our final game here with Sporting. And to top it off, Super CR7 wins Player of the Season, presented by Sporting legend Luis Figo, no less. He looks good in that Louis Vuitton suit, doesn't he? Confirmation of our league and cup double for you lot, and of course Ronnie finishes top goal scorer. 41 goals and 12 assists is absolutely remarkable. Pedro coming in clutch with 26 and 21, and Farias with 17 and 5. But we need to talk about our little superstar. He's turning into a proper player. So Marco loves him to bits, and this breaks his little black heart. But we won't be taking him to our next club. We need to show the world that we can win something without Farias, and he's getting a bit spenny. And depending on the club, it opens the door to reunite with an old flame. It's been a joy to manage Sporting, but we've done what we came here to do. And now, it's time to move on. So it's time for a new challenge. And we're signing the ting at Dortmund. Our new chapter is Mr. Worldwide. Dortmund, here we go. Hier sind die Jungs, which is obviously German for here are the boys. It's been a hot minute. Thanks for being patient with it. Now it's the year 2025 here at Dortmund. So let's go check what's going on in there. Alright, club legends Hummels and Royce are still knocking about. They're getting on a bit though. Matt's going to stick around for next season, but Marco's off to retirement. Not me, him. Which is a shame because I wanted to cut some shapes with him. I don't understand what the last manager was doing here. How is Nemecha in the reserves? Move over, Papadopoulos. 6'3", a great all-rounder. He's going to do bits for us. They've got a lot of fodder here. Oh, Almada. The wrong Argentinian from the MLS. I miss Farias already. Alright, we joined at the end of the season. So before we start, let's spend some dosh. I'm buzzing with his signing. Nemecha needs a brick-house centre-mid partner. Welcome to Germany, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Alright, the last gaffer finished 4th and got to the quarters of Champo last season. So let's show him how it's done. Alright, I want to reinforce the team with some youths from the Dortmund reserves, and I think we found our prince. The only problem is, our reserves are keeping him hostage. Who the hell do you think you are, bruv? I'll wait till he comes available. So until then, we'll try and find the next Roberto Carlos. And we've got a scout in the motherland too, just in case. We've got 114 mil in the bank, and I think we all know who we want. But you won't need to guess, because he's in the thumbnail. Leonardo Campagna. The big Ecuadorian joins us from our old flame into Miami to do a job for us up top. And making the step from the reserves is a young Dutch lad. He's obviously not our Prince Anning, but our Prince Charming. 4.5 mil of money laundering, Julian Rykov steps up to the first team. Of course we had to pop into Sporting to pick up a mate. Claudio Pereira is a promising youth academy grad, making the jump to Dortmund. He's showing great potential, and I wasn't going to leave him there to rot on the bench. Sorry, Aaron, it's nothing personal, mate, but you can't cross the ball. So he's off to AC Milan for 57 mil. These two are giving father-son vibes. They both look like chavs, to be honest, but welcome Hugo Siquet from Freiburg. More of a technical right-back than Wan-Bissaka, he suits us to a T. And he's already got 86 crossing, come on then. Not that we need the money, but Dortmund is a feeder club. So we've had to trim the fat a little bit with a boatload of sales. And now we've done that, the team is looking much better. I can taste the excitement of Marco Ball, but Varane's popped a lung. And that's sorted. Welcome per Schurz for Varane and some change. Yeah, okay, now I see it. Now I see it. I like it. Picasso. Brant and Campagna, I'm expecting poetry and motion from you two. We've got 250 mil in the bank to spend in January. Now let's look at Champo. We're in Group F for we've got City in the group. But let's talk about the league. We have to do better than 4th. So a top 3 spot is a must for Marco and the boys. Now let's jump into these highlights. Okay, it's been a minute since we've done a Mr. Worldwide episode, so let's recap what this series is all about. Basically, we're moving from club to club with the aim of winning silverware at every single stop. The aim is, oh, go on, Campagna, you little beast. Doesn't matter how much time out he is, he always knows where the back of the net is. Sorry. Anyway, the aim is to win trophies in the top 5 leagues of Europe. We've already done it in the US with Inter Miami and Messi. We did it in Portugal with Sporting Lisbon, but they're not really a top 5 league team, are they? As you know from the intro, we've done 6 trophies in 2 seasons with Inter Miami and Sporting Lisbon. I'm hella proud of our time at Sporting. 4 trophies in 18 months is an unreal ratio, right? off the back of that, we could have gone to a much bigger club. But when Dortmund came knocking at the end of last season, it just felt like our new home was waiting for us. This is our first stint at a team in one of the top 5 leagues, and hopefully we can go the distance in Germany the first time of asking. Just to avoid any confusion, the top 5 leagues are obviously England, Germany, Spain, France and Italy. I know France is a bit iffy. It's basically Portugal. But still, that is our official definition of top 5 leagues in this series. A big hand from Cobble to stop the save. Sorry, I'm dipping in and out of commentary here while I'm doing my little bit. I'm backing it now. Doesn't matter. This goal is class. It doesn't touch the ground from the corner. It's like volleyball. What's Campani going to do from here? You guessed it. Chest up into an overhead kick. The big Ecuadorian can do it in any league. He smashed it over in the US of A, and now he's making Dortmund his new home. We win our first 2 games in the league. We're off to a flying start. Youth Academy break now, and we've got Trustin Kroger to look forward to. It won't be in this game though, as we face the team that knocked us out in the semi-finals last year with Sporting Lisbon. And just look at the state of this attack and defence. It's like watching the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to the window, to the wall, to the swept drop down my bars. My controller even gave up after that. We didn't get the same luck in their next attack as Rodri wiggles through our defence and just blasts it into the back of the net with his weak foot. He's always popping up with a bloody goal. I hate it. In real life and in FIFA, it's bloody jarring, honestly. Brandt toe pokes one home past the keeper, and then we're on the attack. We managed to get a corner from a wayward shot. It's 1-1. Almada puts the ball down, and as he searches far and wide, he finds Felix Nemecha 29 metres out from goal, and he thumps it into the back of the net. Get a load of this technique. It is a masterpiece. Hang it in the Louvre. It's so out of this world, ET even phoned us back to see what all the noise is about. We made a few subs after that. I mean, the boys need a little freshen up. They had to calm down on the bench. And who's breaking through? The main man yet again. Big bad Felix Nemecha. He was rotting on the reserves, and now he's winning us games in Champo. Honestly, what was their last manager thinking? Playing Papadopoulos over him. A stroke of genius getting him back into the starting lineup. But it's not just Marco who would have done that. I think we all would have made that call. The second to last game of these highlights is in the league against RB Leipzig. And I'll tell you what, all this team knows how to do is score bangers. Look at that from Daniel Malen. Top left banjo. And the side netting all in one. We are absolutely smashing it in the league. And you can bloody tell as we're not 2, not 3, but look at this go. 4-1 up against RB Leipzig, and we're still going for more. In the 87th minute, it's Julian Brandt slipping through his partner in crime and Campagna. They're just taking the mick at this point. The big Ecuadorian is well and truly making his mark here in Germany. The scout has found our flary Brazilian left back, Afonso Ribeiro. The only snag is he is still 15, so we're going to have to wait a year to chuck him into the first team. The final game of these highlights before we stop off in the winter break is in Champo at the Signal Iduna Park against Seville. Claudio Pereira almost scores his first goal for the Yellow and Blacks, but he's not the hero of this story. That title belongs to our little Argentinian, Thiago Almada, giving shades of Facundo Farias. He scores 2 wonderful volleys in the first half to make it 2-0. They managed to get 2 back from a loop-in header by Luca Bacchio and Sal blasting it into the back of the net. But don't panic, Mr. Mandarin. We've still got plenty of time on the clock. Cobble with a wonderful ball out on the left wing to Bayern. Bioni Gittins? I don't know if I said that right. He plays it into the man of the moment, our hero, Thiago Almada. The little Argentinian walks away with the match ball, and we walk away with all 3 points. Let's go check where we are at the halfway point. I knew we were smashing it, but bloody hell, I didn't think we'd be top of the pack and undefeated. In the league and in Champo. You boys on the peds or something? What's going on? Campanion's number 1 in the charts. He's doing well, but he's yet to score in the Champions League. Julian Brandt, just take a bow, son. You've been phenomenal so far this season. 247 mil still left in the bank, and we've got to spend some of it, haven't we? I've narrowed it down to these 3 Giesbergers. But remember this, when you're faced with a problem, start by pulling a pint of beer Moretti. That's always a good place to start. Speaking of, Welcome our new signing, Fabio Moretti, 73 million from Atletico Madrid. He'll do a job anywhere on the pitch. I'm actually thinking about sticking him left back, to be honest. And as one signing comes in, another leaves. Kruger joins Inter Milan for 3 million. We've still got 170 million left in the bank, and I don't know who else to buy it. Well, no, actually, I do know who to buy it, but they won't bloody sell him to us. Alright, Ribeiro, you're taking the mick now. I think we're going to stick with what we've got. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We are top of the table, undefeated after all. We are also in the quarter-finals of the DFB Pokal against Carlos Ruha, and as we swipe up, we're blessed with Lazio in the round of 16. But before that, we've got Bayern Munich away in the league. Let's get it! We've got to stretch our lead where we can, and going 12 points clear of our Bundesliga rivals is a great place to start. Juggling a potential treble might be a tall order, but if there's any team that can do it, I think it's this Dortmund side. We are solid all over the pitch. Even without my first choice left back, we're still doing bits. That Campagna goal was case in bloody point, innit? What a beast! I don't even know what player I would even be able to compare him to. All I know is his attacking positioning and shot power is on point. Unlike our bloody defence in this game, I've seen double-decker buses turn quicker than that, and then Nico Williams Jr. Oh, he steps up with his brace. That 12-point lead is looking a little bit touch and go. Lucky for us, we've got Daniel Mallon on the ball. He whips in a wonderful cross, and look at this absolute kerfuffle in the box. Julian Brandt, you did well to stick that away, son. What a jammy, game-winning goal. But do you know what? Going for the treble, we need all the luck we can get. We'll bloody take it, lads. Now we're on to the round of 16 against Lazio. We simmed the first leg, 1 apiece, and now we're looking to absolutely wipe the floor with them in the second leg at home in front of the yellow wall. And after Adeyemi put that bottom corner, I thought we were smooth sailing into the quarterfinals. But guess what? Lazio had other ideas. They work it into the box and it falls to their man from Japan. And in extra time, the Eagles managed to take the lead through, I don't even know what this bloke's name is, they're number 20. Calm down, rude boy, the game's not over yet. Some tactical substitutions from the gaffer, and their man Orban seeing red means we're back in the mix. Go on, Rykov, spin his jaw, lad. 109 minutes on the clock, and it's Julian Brandt with the block shot from the corner, though. Who's going to step up? Felix Nemecha. Oh, no, that's embarrassing. I just subbed him off. Ezra Konsa, you little dancer. We'll just brush over that. It's still 4-4, though. Brandt wins the ball back. And who's he looking for up top? Our little money laundering Prince Charming. Rykov finds the back of the net. Thanks for coming, Lazio, but we'll be heading off to the quarterfinals. Flip-flopping over to the DFB Pokal now, and I'm not going to lie, I did sim that game in the quarterfinals against, well, that team that if I try to pronounce it will give me a heart attack. Ezra Konsa pops up with a goal. As you can probably tell, we've got Leipzig in the semi-finals, and they're about 4th or 5th in the league at this point. I didn't think it was going to be an awfully hard game. And don't let that 1-1 scoreline phase you, because like a drunk trying to hide his liquor, we had it in the bag. Well, at least I think we had it in the bag. This attack from them would probably demonstrate otherwise. 2-2's a bloody score. Maybe I'm the drunk. 76 minutes on the clock and it's a bloody roller coaster. Campagna slipping through. Our little Portuguese starlet, Claudio Pereira. He bags us the game-winning goal. But just check out that save from Cobble. Not once, but bloody twice. He has kept us in that match, and now we have a final to look forward to later on. But that's not before a trip to the Galacticos, to the Stadio Bernabeu, to run with the balls in the streets of Madrid. But we tripped over our own feet and got trampled on. The Madridistas go 2-0 up through Valverde and Bellingham. We pull one back with a classy finish from Adeyemi, but then the Los Blancos turned up a gear and make it 4-1. With a cracking header from Jude Bellingham, and another classy finish from Darwin Nunez. Our first defeat this season, and we've been humbled. We've got a mountain to climb in the return fixture. But as we take a closer look at the league table, you can see that we're 11 points clear at the top. Lads, we could win this league undefeated. Afonso Ribeiro, mate, you're taking the mick now. But before we trust our stuff in the league, we've got the second leg against Real Madrid to play. The Signal Iduna Park is bouncing. Yellow wall is standing tall, so leave it all out on the pitch, lads. I mean, we start off on the front foot with chances for Bioni Gittins and a Campagna header off the bar. Cobble gets down quick at the near post, but once again, we get caught playing it out from the back, and Los Blancos make it 5-1 on aggregate. But Madrid don't know how we do it here at Just Marco. Once we get the bit between our teeth, there's no stopping us. And we come at them like a runaway freight train. Pretty sure I just saw Francis Bourgeois edging one out in the crowd with his GoPro. 6-3 down on aggregate. It looks like we are down and out for the count. But check this out. We don't need Farius running down the left wing when we've got little Bernie Gittins. Cuts inside and he finesses it past Courtois. 6-4 on aggregate. Siquet puts the Mr. Whippy into the box and Campagna's fat old forehead is there to steer it past the keeper. Donia Malin turns into a prime Ricardo Quaresma, and lads, we are 6-6 up on aggregate. Julian Brandt slips through Campagna, gets a shot off, but Courtois puts it beyond the goal. We float across into the box, and who steps up? The man we swapped for Rafael Varane and some change. Pershers has just put us through to the Champions League semi-finals. What a comeback from the lads. Lads, give me a second just to sit down. Don't ask me questions yet. Don't even know what to say. 7-6 we came back on aggregate. Unbelievable. But we've got Milan in the semi-final. As we take a closer look at the league table though, we're still 11 points clear. Nothing's changed there. Did anybody check this kid's passport when we signed him? Is he even 15? Alright, enough messing about. We've got Frankfurt up first in our title charge. And I'm not too worried about anyone there, to be totally honest with you. Our fitness is a bit low in the top third of the pitch, so we've gone for the subs, the fringe players. Rykov starts up top, Almada in behind him, Pereira on the left, and Moretti left back. Come on, lads. Don't listen to that flag. Ignore them. They're just jealous because they're mid-table fodder. Just Marco must have looked into his crystal ball because it's Almada and Rykov linking up to score the opening goal in this game. The little Dutchman has made a massive jump from the reserves, and he is well and truly silenced the haters. He has turned into a proper little player. A great addition off the bench and can start games in a pinch. Pereira off the bar. Siquet gets a good head to that from the cross in. And who's this coming on? Little Amad Diallo. We haven't forgot about you, mate. Proper Route 1 stuff in the 73rd minute. Rykov nods it down to Almada. He plays through Adeyemi, and as he charges up the shot, it kisses the underside of the crossbar. It would have been nice, but it doesn't really matter. We walk away from Frankfurt with 3 points. One step closer to lifting the title here in Germany. But what's come across Marco's desk? This is tempting. Not quite yet, though. We've still got business here in Germany. We've got Leverkusen up next in the league, and then we've got a nice trip to Milan in the semis. And it just so happens that Leverkusen sit in second spot. Lads, if we win this game, we could win the league undefeated. How unbelievable is that? How are you still not 16, bruv? Anyway, this is how they're lining up, and they've got a familiar face at left wing. I see you there, Makoko. But look at this team, though. I can't find a single weak spot. Lads, let's go win this league undefeated. The Signal Iduna Park, the place we've called home this season. The fans have made this place a fortress. The fans you turned your back on, lad. Boys, leave one on him early, will ya? Let's just take a moment to appreciate the irony of winning the league undefeated against the last team to win the league undefeated. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons why we love football. The storylines are immaculate. Another reason, though, was fantastic goals. And Adeyemi, you little dancer! A scorpion kick in a title-winning game to go undefeated. Hang it in the Louvre, lad. It's fair to say our nerves were completely settled after that world-class goal. Moretti played through by Bernie Gittins. And who's he going to slip it across to? Julian Brandt. The whole squad's gone scorpion kick crazy. 2-0 up and we're not looking to slow down. Sheesh, that would have been a delicious goal from Julian Brandt. Instead he floats one into the back stick, and who's there? Our captain. He thumps one home from the corner. Adeyemi's got the whole team hypnotised. 89 minutes on the clock and we're obviously going to go ahead and win this game. But as long as we keep a clean sheet and this man doesn't score, I'll be even happier. Leverkusen with one final throw of the dice from the corner. Siquet nods it off the line. And lads, somewhere in the crowd the fat lady sings. And we win the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund undefeated in our first season. Let's just have another look at this goal, shall we? It's absolutely disgusting. I think it's official, lads. We've got the Midas touch. If he's still too young the next time we check, I'm going to release him. And here we are. Confirmation of our undefeated league title. But let's not lose focus. We've got a Champions League semi-final to win. Here's how AC Milan are lining up. They look solid everywhere other than left back. Sorry, Aaron. Had to do it. Malin, Siquet, you know what to do. Champions League nights don't get much better than this, and the fans are still 1-1 after winning our undefeated league title. We're at the business end of the season, ladies and gents. It doesn't matter how you win games, as long as you win them. And this one right here wasn't a slobber knocker, it wasn't a slugfest, it was a 1-0 win. All thanks to a bit of Donyell Malen wizardry. Fikard Samori didn't know which way was up. The Dutchman turns him into Spinderella. He might have lost his shoe, but the ball found the back of the net. Which means we go to the second leg at the San Siro with a 1-goal lead in this 2-leg tie. Brandt had the first chance trying to chip the keeper, and our second is a result of a bit of closing down. Who did the ball fall to? Julian Brandt. He gets a shot off, and who's running into trouble? Donyell Malen yet again. This time he tucks one away from the rebound. Our visit to the San Siro was short and sweet. We came here to do a job, and we've done just that. We win 2-0 on aggregate, and ladies and gents, the Champions League final awaits. But hold your horses, we've got the DFB Pokal to look forward to. I can't keep up with all these cup competitions. I don't mean to be rude, but we've got nothing to worry about here. We could sim it and we could probably win it, but we're obviously not going to do that. We're going to play it and we're going to lift that cup. Come on, lads! It's probably no surprise that we are blessed with the first chance of the game, and who else but Julian Brandt to open the scoring up 1-0. He then gets clattered by their man. Ref, are you sure that's not a pen, mate? We've only had one season with the boys, and you can already see the effect of Marco Ball on the team. Boys are just moving with class, pizzazz, a bit of panache. But if this bloody defender had any self-respect, he would have let that cross the line. The little cretin has denied us a masterclass of a goal. So our man between the sticks steps up and stops their shots. And then we whip out not one, but 2 bloody bicycle kicks out of nowhere. Would have been lovely if one of those 2 goals went in, but it's a Slotterbeck header from the corner to put us 2-0 up. The boys are moving rampant here at the Olympus Stadion. A wonderful switch out to Pereira. He slips it into Serge, and the Serbian slips it through to Prince Charming, and the boy from the reserves makes it 3-0 in the DFB Pokal final. And you guessed it, somewhere in that crowd the fat lady's singing. 3-0 the final score, and as Schlotterbeck walks up the podium and puts 2 hands on the DFB Pokal, it's official. We've won the double here with Borussia Dortmund in our first season. Confirmation of our cup win for you lot. But here's the big one. We've got Barcelona in the Champions League final. Oh, how bloody convenient. Now you're old enough for the first team. Go on then, kiddo. In you get. Yes, the rumours are true. Barca did offer me a deal, but we turned it down. Or did we? Of course we did. And we're sticking Ribeiro straight in at left back. The kid is a prodigy. This is how Barca are lining up. And to be honest, they've got a solid defence, but they're not saying too much up top. Sorry, Lua. I don't want to hear it. I literally don't want to hear it. We've been waiting all season for this kid. There's no way I'm not going to play him in the Champions League final. So this is how we're lining up. Our strongest 10 plus the prodigy. Good to see we brought our yellow wall to the San Siro. We've already done a job here this season. It's just another game. But I really want to win it though. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on our new left back. He gets the better of Berardi in the sprint. Takes on his man, and then the Italian chops him from behind. At your big age, lad, come on. The child abuser manages to get a shot off, but Cobble's equal to it. It was one-way traffic from Barca in the opening 25 minutes. They get another shot off, but Cobble pushes it wide. Only as far as Berardi, who floats the ball over the top, and De Jong sticks it in the back of the net. Don't panic! Don't panic, Mr. Mandarin! We've gone behind in big games before. Let's not lose our head. We can fight our way back into this. Ribeiro stands off his man and walks away with the ball. You know what? I've got a good feeling about this kid. Siquet floats a lovely ball into the box, but Campagna just can't keep it down. No, it's Nemecha, for God's sake. Why can't I get these players right? Adeyemi tries to tink one over the keeper, but the defender gets in the way. Malen on the halfway line. He takes it round there, man. Gunning it down on goal. He is turned on the Jets. Can he finish? Oh, he just prods it into the goalkeeper's path. I reckon if we had another couple of minutes, we could have got a goal back. But as it stands, we go into the second half still 1-0 down. Campagna's snapshot leads to a corner, but who does Julian Brandt try and find? Is the big Ecuadorian. Arguably a shoo-in for our player of the season. He's pulled us back level in this Champions League final. 67 minutes on the clock, and the prodigy has done a job at left back. But on comes Biamoretti. I'll tell you what, we should have stuck with the kid as De Jong floats a wonderful ball into Luis Diaz, but Cobble's equal to it. 85 minutes on the clock, he pulls out another wonderful save to keep us in this tie. Suquet makes a near post clearance from the corner, and we go into extra time in this Champions League final. We switch to a 4-4-2 to stretch their defence with Rijkaard's pace. The two manage to link up from a big oof up top, but Campagna runs into a dead end and gets smothered. Schlotterbeck gets in front of Matthias Tell's shot and the ball pings out for a corner. Luis Diaz runs over to take it, and we might be in a bit of trouble here because I've never seen this cutscene before. The Colombian plays a quick one to De Bruyne, he floats the ball into the box and it's Alphonso Davies to nod it home in the dying embers of the game. The ex-Bayern Munich man has dashed our hopes at the last hurdle in this Champions League final. That is unless there is one more chance on the cards. Julian Rijkaard, 117 minutes on the clock. I think that was it. I think that was our final chance. They float another ball into the box. Cobble pushes it out for a corner. De Bruyne this time steps up to take it. They float another ball in. We clear it. And at this moment we're just waiting for the final whistle to blow and for the ref to put us out of our misery. Oh, it's in touching distance. Barcelona, the team who came calling, begging for us to be their new gaffer, are now lifting the ultimate prize in club football, the Champions League. And as fireworks rain over the night sky, we'll always have that question of what could have been. Confirmation of our Champions League loss to Barcelona for you. But on a cheerier note, we did go the entire season undefeated in the league. And we won the cup double. So that's something, I guess. Cobble is an absolute monster. 18 clean sheets from our number one. Well done, mate. Campagna, my man, of course he finishes top bagsman with 24 and 6. Brandt, take a bow, mate. 22 and 24 is outrageous. But let's not forget our Prince Charming. 13 and 4 in 27 games is pretty decent for money laundering to the B team. Would we have gone the distance and won Champo if we spent all our cash? I guess we'll never know. Checking in on our old clubs, and Sporting have finished in third, so they'll get Champo next season. And Inter Miami are currently sat in third. Get it together, lads. We do have some interesting job offers in the cards, and to be honest with you, the way I'm feeling, I think I want to cut and run. I'll admit, losing the Champions League final still stings to hell. To think that could have been us if we accepted their offer, but nonetheless we dust ourselves off for a new challenge. I'll put the vote out to you guys and you sure as hell came through. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our new home. There we land. Mr. Worldwide is the new AC Milan gaffer. Ecco I ragazzi. Possibly for the final time? We'll dive into that later. But for now, let's check in on these, man. We're joining at the end of Season 3 and this front line looks unbelievable. I'd be a fool to mess with these guys, but it did take me 3 goes to pass maths, so, make of that what you will. Shame about Sarr, but Benacer and Reinders look like an unbelievably decent midfield. Ismail looks like a tidy player, and the captain's armband for him, methinks. We've got a half-decent defensive lineup, other than the obvious. I forgot we sold him to Milan at Dortmund. And you're so lucky I can't ship you off right now, mate. You've got half a season to prove yourself, Aaron. Alright, I'll tell you what, they've got some great quality in the ranks. We could have done a whole lot worse. Oh my god, it's Olivier Giroud. Please, 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 please. Oh, why? Why is God so cruel? Anyway, moving on before I break down, and Leao was the obvious big cheese around here. They won the league, lost out on the Super Cup, and got knocked out of the semis of the Coppa Italia. We've got 100 mil to play with before Season 4, and I think we all know who our top target is. But first, let's dip into the pot at Dortmund. I can't leave you behind, Felix. Our new number 8, that 20 million and some random bloke. And our little Star Boys agent is one of the GOATs. That's how you know he's going to go far. 1.2 million for our passion project, and we'll carry this 100 million over to Season 4. Afonso is present and accounted for, lads. But the board could have told me about this boy. Great name and looks like a grade A piece of Wagyu at left back. But with Afonso in the ranks, just left back at the changing room. 176 mil in the kitty and we could cut the tension with a knife. And then get stabbed in the back with it. Just give him to us, lad. Oh, forgive me, Lord, for what's about to happen because there's a massacre going on in Milan. Our pockets are filled with blood money, but our bank is bursting at the seams. 500 million. let's splash the cash and go get our boy. He's already a fan favourite in Milan, and we've got the red carpet out. Welcome home, Farius. 188 million, he's worth every single penny. Too good for Sporting, but he'll fit right in at Milan. I think that's enough business for now, and there's no point fixing what ain't broke. A decent back line, give or take. An excellent midfield trio, and we're shoving Leao up top. I want 40 goals from you this season. We obviously have to win the league, but I'm not worried about it too much. I think the boys will handle that themselves. We'll try and win the domestic cups, but our eyes are set on the biggest prize in club football. The UEFA Champions League is my only concern this season, and it's about time we write ourselves into the history books. Group D for us. Let's hope Dortmund and Sporting can get out of their groups. But lads, let's crack on with some games. I don't know how they got on McKay's boss man. The city's on high alert because there's an outbreak of Marco Ball, and the San Siro is ground zero, lads. Celtic are the first team to visit the Bando in the Champions League, and when our centre backs are scoring tap-ins, all I'm saying is good luck everyone who visits. We're trying to prove a point. Okafor flicks it back to our new star boy. Facundo Farias has grabbed his first goal for Milan in the Champions League. He's hitting this defender with the 360 no-look quick scope, and he fires one into the side netting. They managed to pull one back through Angel, but at 3-1 up, honestly, it's like water off a duck's back. Okafor with the chip. Farias hitting another fake Rabona, flicking it over two-man and then placing it into the side netting yet again. Don't strain yourself, lad. Oh, too late. Colombo not needing any clues to find the back of the net, and lads, we have run rampant here at the San Siro. Next up, Juve. I couldn't say no to facing them in the league. Chukwueze getting taken down after breaking his man's ankles. What's this we've got set up here? A little free kick. Who's stepping up? Our number 14. What a pick out. You know, anybody wearing cherry red Mizuno's had a bit about them. Look at the whippage on this. It's absolute postage stamp, lad. But I'm sorry to say it, the old lady bent us over her knee and gave us a good spanking. I baited you lot with the free kick. I even baited myself, for God's sake, and I knew what was coming. Thanks, Ferguson. 3-1 the final score against Juventus, and then we're off to the carpet. The Gunners are hardly the team you want when trying to bounce back. But if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And our heads are still bloody scrambled after that spanking from the old lady. Look at the carnage in the box up. The Chuckle brothers, and then Farias decides to knee someone right in the ghoulies. Saka versus Magnon at the penalty, and well, unfortunately we know how this story ends. 2-0 down in the first half isn't a good look for us. We have to bounce back second. Leao pulls it back to Okafor and he finds the back of the net. The ball falls to the main man on the edge of the box. A lovely heel to heel, and he blasts it with his weak foot to make it 2 apiece. 77 minutes on the clock, and you think we've got a foothold in this game? Think again. I've never seen Kai Havertz score with his right peg. Ever. Anyway, let's brush ourselves off because we've got France? Oh, it's Fiorentina. And it's Christian Pulisic. He didn't quite cut the mustard. You've got to be something special to play for the Rossinieri. And that volley was bellissimo. Bella ciao. I've got absolutely no idea what's going on in the box. We concede a second penalty in as many games. The post comes to our rescue and Beltram puts it beyond the post. Believe it or not, they are 3 big points in our title charge. The final game of these highlights is against Shakhtar. We need a result here if we want any chance of getting out of the group. Farias slots it away with his weak peg. He's settled in like a duck to water. Skriniar, on the other hand, has played his last game for the Rossinieri, but let's take nothing away from the finish. That was world class from Kelsey. 1-1 the final score, and let's go check where we are at the halfway point. We are struggling, lads. We're not doing very well. Just about scraped it out the group as well. Dortmund managed to top their group nicely, but Sporting gave it a good go. Off to the Europa League you go. Something's not right with the 4-3-3. I think we've got to switch to the 4-2-3-1. And we've got the cash, so let's get jiggy with it. We've learnt from our mistake at Dortmund last season, and we've splashed out on the best money can buy. Martinez is our new right back for 113 million. AC Milan, they just need a Brazilian talent. So 141 million to the Gunners for Martinelli. And you're right, Steve, I don't know how I didn't do this at the beginning. We swapped Calafiori for Wan-Bissaka. Have fun at Everton, mate. Another Brazilian, this time at centre mid, Gabriel Sara. 35 million to Toulouse. We got rinsed. But I've always wanted to use him, so who cares? And this transfer just makes sense. Neymar to Milan is iconic. I don't care what the board thinks, but I was too late this window, so we'll join the party next season. I've also sorted out Marco's fit. We're in Milan, for God's sakes. We've got to at least look the part. And we've got Juve in the semi-finals of the Super Cup. Leao has got a popped lung or something, and that's half the reason we brought Martinelli in. And on the whole, we look solid now. This is the making of a Marco team, especially with Farius at cam. This will be a game changer, and it's time to put it to the test and settle the score against the old lady. It's our turn to do the spanking. Do you hear me? We got embarrassed earlier this season in the league. It was probably my fault for tinkering around too much, trying to fit everyone in. I should have trusted young Facundo Farius at centre attack in mid. Shame on me. Now this is a goal made in January. Martinez out wide to Martinelli. Farius in the middle to flick it on, and Okafor, stop that, you naughty, naughty man. Our Swiss cheese claiming his stake at striker over Leao, and we send the old lady back into the retirement home. It's in touching distance, lads, and only Napoli stand in our way, as well as 3 men in the wall. But in Benacer we trust. The Algerian giving it his best Roberto Carlos impression, but their keeper hates all things beautiful apparently. Lads, I hate to say it, but we were completely outclassed in this game. We didn't get a sniff in front of goal. I genuinely did not know how to break them down. They're the best team I played in FC24. It's a joke. And rightfully so, they walk away with the Super Cup. I didn't want to win it anyway. Stupid Mickey Mouse Cup. Confirmation of our spanking, but let's regroup. We have to climb up the league table. And we've got Man City in the round of 16 and Fiorentina in the Coppa Italia, the proper cup. Noah Okafor, the name being whispered in the streets of Milan, is now going to be screamed from the rooftop of the Duomo di Milano. Bless him, Father, because he has sinned. We beat Fiorentina 1-0 in the cup, and we're on to the next round. But now it's City in Champo, and we're not here to muck about Haaland. With tackles flying left, right, and bloody centre, we mean business. There is no safe word in this game. I know we lost to Napoli, but the 4-2-3-1 feels so good. It's what we've been using since Inter Miami. It's our go-to. I don't know why I felt the need to play with fire. This cutting through ball by Benacer is beautiful, and it allows Okafor to pull it back for Facundo Farius. Yes, don't worry about our calamitous defending. Haaland was eventually going to score this game. Bloody tryhard. And this goal isn't for the faint-hearted. Manyan turns into prime Onana, and we get so lucky with the tackle. Tamori plays it into Hartman, and then it's one-touch football up to Farius. The Argentinian finds the Swiss cheese, who slots it through to an Algerian. Samuel Chukwueze with a delicate finish into the far post, and we've done one over on Man City. I'll sim the second leg, it's all good, we're through to the quarter-final of Champo. We're up again in the quarters, this time of the Coppa Italia, against, I want to say, Atalanta? I forget what club Bergamo is the BTEC of. All I know is we're on a roll. We're snowballing down a mountain, and I can't think of a single team who's good enough to stop us without getting wiped out. Thanks for coming, but we'll be heading off to the semis now, and it's time for the big one. Derby della Madonnina, AC versus Inter at the San Siro, with not just 3 points up for grabs, but the ultimate bragging rights to the city available. We have to make sure we walk away with the win. The boys seem up for the challenge. Chukwueze cutting in from the right, floating a ball over to Farius, who tries his luck with the acrobatics. A stalemate until the second half. This time Chukwueze's turn with the acrobatics, but no luck again. Farius with the flick, and the weak foot strike pings off the post. It looks like nothing's going our way. That is until we get our Swiss cheese on the ball, who opens up the game with the most audacious chip over the keeper, and it's even better the second time round. We get taken down on the edge of the box, and I thought that was a good tackle, to be honest, but we can't say no to a free kick from here. Benacer steps up and spanks it square off the bar. But lads, we've done it. We've come out on top in our first Milan derby, and we've climbed up the league table very nicely. What a turnaround. Still 8 games to go though. We've got PSG in the quarters of Champo and another Milan derby in the semis of the Coppa Italia. We've got to keep this momentum up in the league. I love a Kappa kit, by the way. Do you know what our next victim? And Farius is well and truly feeling himself. This run reminds me of the Messi one versus Bilbao. Skins the entire team alive, reaping souls left, right and centre, and then decides to find the back of the net. Chukwueze getting our second goal. He's a baller as well, to be fair. We win that game 2-0 comfortably, and then we're off to PSG to visit an old mate. I simmed the first game, it was 1 apiece, which means this second leg is all to play for. We haven't scored as many bangers compared to last season at Dortmund, but I do love this goal. Chukwueze cracks a rib against the post, but it's well worth it as we're up 2-1 on Ag. Farias turns Skriniar in circles. Oh, wait. Christ. Yeah, I just realised I forgot to mention we sold him back to PSG in the winter window. My bad. But he was crap. Goretzka fires one off, but Magic Mike's equal to it. Leao gets done with the slide tackle, but don't worry, Benacer's got your back. Alfonso thinking he's Ronaldinho in the corner and he loses possession. Calafiori drops to his arse. Tomori got done too, and then after all that they stick it away. Magic Mike should have got there, I think, but it's okay. We leave Paris with the semi-final of Champo to look forward to, and out of the frying pan and into the fire, we're back facing Inter in the semis of the Coppa Italia. I simmed the first leg and we lost 2-1. We are very quickly put in our place by this Pereira bloke. Martinelli tries to find Okafor and he puts it away, but he's so clearly offside. I'll take that €5 back then, Lino. Farias driving through the middle and he slips it through to Martinelli. The Brazilian cuts inside, gets a shot off, but it's just not good enough. Chukwueze with the tackle. Farias plays it back to him. The Nigerian takes 2 players out of the equation but can't solve the problem of the goalkeeper. Still 2 goals down. Magic Mike gets a hand to it, but Tomori somehow gets a red card for that challenge. I'm not even sure how. Hartman does well and shuts down the shot. On the right hand side is Martinez to play through Chukwueze. He cuts inside beautifully, drives into the box and then just places it into the back of the net. We pick up the ball, ready to fight our way back into this game, but lads, we dug ourselves too deep of a hole. They score 3 goals on the bounce and they knock us out of the semi-finals. 6-2 the final score. That should have been us playing the final against Juve, but oh well. We've got 6 games left of the season and let's show them to you. Empoli in the league and then a triple bill of Napoli in the Champions League semi-finals and the league. They've already done us over in the cup. And then Cagliari and Fiorentina to finish us off. Napoli are right up our arse with 73 points. So they're all must-win games. Let's make sure we get 3 points from these lot. This is how we're lining up. Come on, lads. I don't wish to tempt fate, but these should be 3 easy points. Let's not muck about. Alfonso with the interception and ball into Leao. He floats one over the top to Okafor. And who does he find in the centre of the box? Little Facundo Farias. Our number 11, he's a proper playboy. Our little Alfonso Ribeiro nutmegs their player and then gets taken out. I'm unsure how that's not a red card, mate. Look, he completely wipes him out. So we make sure to return the favour. But hold on, ref. Do you have something against us? How have you given him a red card for that? But not for his... Oh, yeah, you know what? That is a red card. Do we not bribe the ref enough Chicago-style pizza or something? Magic Mike saves the penno. But there's only so long we can hold off with 10 men. Martinez misses the lunge. And they managed to equalise in the 70-something minute. I'm fuming! And they're wearing a Kappa kit too. Which sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Anyway, the first of the triple bill versus Napoli. And their 3 must-win games. Martinez is on the end of some excellent build-up play. And in the moment, I forgot he was a right back. And I tried to slot it bottom corner. Obviously, that was never going to work. Leao fires one into Okafor. And he tries to dink one over the keeper. But their man just about clears it off the line. We try with the rebound, but the keeper's equal to it. Oh, come on. 60 minutes on the clock. We need somebody to pull something special out the back. Chukwueze, stop that! An unbelievable touch and finesse shot from the Nigerian who's quickly becoming a standout in this team. And we win the first of this 3-game stretch. And now we go again. We didn't even wash the kits. What was the point? Game 2 in the league, in the sun, at the San Siro. And Martinelli is finally piped up with a goal. Just look at this from Farias, by the way. Tell me he's not a mini Messi. Dodging tackles like Neo in the Matrix. He plays through the Swiss cheese, but his touch lets him down. Okay, we dominated the first half. But Hartman gets caught in possession. And can somebody tell me why Calafiori's playing him so far onside? And Arno Martinez, take a bow, lad. A goal line clearance from the €113 million man. And we're 2 wins out of 3 going into our 3rd and final game against Napoli. The second leg of the Champions League semi-final away at the Diego Maradona Stadium. They haven't seen a player like him since, until Farias showed up, which is ironic because he barely got involved this game. Instead, the quality of the rest of the team shone through with the Swiss cheese topping our Milan pizza here in Naples. The birthplace of pizza has a new flavour, so addictive it'll have you forgetting your lactose intolerance, starting the night away. And we've done what I thought would be impossible and won 3 out of 3 games. Requiesce in pace, Napoli. But as we look forward, we have Man United in the Champions League final. But we can't get ahead of ourselves, we have a job to do in the league. 2 points above Napoli and 4 points ahead of Inter. At least we're in the driving seat. 17th place Cagliari are up first. Martinelli, Romero and Pobega make an appearance. Other than that, it's as you were, lads. The Casciavite are out in their droves to watch the Rossinieri get one step closer to winning the league. But Marco's already thinking about the Champions League final. Get your head on straight, Gaffer. We're kicking off now. Calafiori snuffing out the Rossa Blues' first attack. I was sceptical at first, but he's been a force at centre-back, to be fair. 5'0" Luca Romero wins the header. It goes a bit wayward, but he makes up for it with the interception. And then he drives forward, cuts in, plays a lovely through ball to Okafor. And do you know what, lad? What a strike! Quaresma would have been proud of that one. Sorry, Ranieri. No hard feelings, mate. Benacer floats a corner to the edge of the box. Romero thinks about winding one up, but decides to humiliate the defender instead. I had to leave this in for Calafiori. It's a crunching tackle. Spot the difference between him and Nesta. Benacer fires one into the Swiss cheese. He rolls his man beautifully, and if you think you know what's going to happen, well, you're wrong. Martinelli, what a pick out, mates. The San Siro needed a little Brazilian to liven things up. Let's just take a moment to admire the techers on this. And then, the cherry on top of a wonderful day at the office is Felix Nemecha finally getting on the score sheet with a scuffed scissor kick over the keeper. Their defender kind of helped you out. I mean, it took you long enough, mate. 3-0 the final score. That's done wonders for us in the table. 2 points above Napoli. With the goal difference in our favour, it means we only need a draw in our final game to win the Serie A. And we've beat these lot already this season. Twice! Our strongest / my favourite lineup for our final Serie A game this season. Lads, let's go and win the title, eh? Don't do it for yourselves, do it for the fans. After all, it could be the last time Mr. Worldwide lifts the league title, so let's try and make it interesting, eh? We float one out again to the edge of the box. Calafiori does his man with a little flick, and if that volley went in the back of the net, I would have made him our captain there and then. Keeper making a double save. He punches one clear. We put it across to the back stick. Samuel's there with the shot, but it gets blocked. But as those who have been watching Mr. Worldwide know, we very rarely get off on the front foot in big games. And it had to be this yank to score. He calls it soccer, for God's sake. How do we let this happen? Magic Mike is not happy, ladies and gents. He's coming to our rescue earlier than we would have liked in the second half with a massive save to keep us in the game. Need I remind you boys that we need a draw to win the title, okay? And in the 72nd minute, there's nobody else I'd want this season in front of goal. Our Swiss cheese has drawn us level at the San Siro, and we've got one hand firmly back on the trophy. 88 minutes on the clock, Farias to Okafor. He finds the return pass, and I've run out of superlatives to use on this Giesberger, the boy from Santa Fe, the hidden gem from Inter Miami and Sporting that we have crafted into a flawless diamond fit for a king. He is the centerpiece of the crown jewels. He is and will forever be our star boy. As Calafiori intercepts the pass, the ref blows the final whistle on our season, and as the Casciavite lose their minds, Ismail Benacer steps up to the podium, rejoices in the moment, puts two hands on the trophy and lifts it high into the sky for what could be our final time as Mr. Worldwide. Yes, the rumours are true. The end is nigh for Mr. Worldwide, but we have one final game to win. So let's try and go out on the ultimate high, shall we? AC Milan versus Manchester United in the Champions League final. Camavinga at right back is a strange one. Other than that, the defence and attack looks pretty good. But we're going to run rings around that midfield. For what could be the final time, this is how Mr. Worldwide is lining up our AC Milan team. The Swiss cheese up top, Leao and Chukwueze on the wings, Benacer and Nemetra at centre mid, a back line of Martinez, Tamori, Calafiori and Afonso Ribeiro, Manyang between the sticks, and last but certainly not least, one of the best players to grace the channel so far, the centrepiece of the crown jewels, Facundo Farias at centre attacking mid. The ultimate prize in club football, and it's so fitting we're playing at Schalke Stadium because they're going to be our final video in FC24. But more on that later, because right now we've got a Champions League final to win. This isn't Afonso's first rodeo, and he firmly puts Colomiani in his place. And it's fair to say we're both looking to do one better than last time out with Dortmund. Our little Brazilian got off to a cracking start, and Maldini's getting in on it. Oh no, wait, that was Calafiori. But other than this one shot on target which Magic Mike and Afonso cleaned up, it was a defensive masterclass. And in the 35th minute, we finally got Farias on the ball. Driving through the middle, he dinks it to Leao, and our number 10 makes no mistake in front of goal. He catches that sweet as a nut. Onana had no chance. They say you're most vulnerable after you score. Well, not this team, and not this game. The Swiss cheese starts and finishes the move with a wonderful dink pass there, man, and a half volley beyond Onana. He's been outstanding this season. He thoroughly deserves that goal in the Champions League final. We are just on top and with no intention of slowing down. If Farias could have put this beyond Onana, we could have put this game beyond all doubt going in at half-time 3-0 up. As you know, it's not going to be smooth sailing for us. Something's going to happen. And there it is. Ricky Calafiori, what are you thinking, player? I mean, was it a bad challenge? I don't know. I think Afonso was there as cover. He definitely wasn't the last man. We dealt with the free kick and then made a couple of defensive subs. I didn't want to take Afonso or Chukwueze off, but needs must. And Gertrude and Hartman aren't exactly short on quality now, are they? It was a defensive masterclass for the last 40 minutes. Gertrude getting the first one in. Magic Mike coming in clutch. Tamori getting up at the cross. And Hartman clearing up the second ball. Even in the 91st minute with 10 men, we still look solid defensively. Hartman playing it back to Magic Mike. And as he baits in the attacker, the final whistle blows. The subs storm the pitch because, lads, we have finally done it. We have won the Champions League as Mr. Worldwide. Benacer once again steps up to the podium to put not one, but you guessed it, two hands on the ultimate prize in club football as we lift the UEFA Champions League. A bit emotional, a little rushed, arguably, but I think we've done all we can with Mr. Worldwide in FC24. Confirmation of our 2-0 win against United in the Champions League final. And Okafor, fair play, mate. Benacer is a really tidy player, and he's got the stats to back it up. 18 assists from centre defensive mid this season. Cracking stuff. The Swiss cheese is our top bagsman with 26. Chukwueze close behind with 23. Farias as always with an impressive 18 and 13. But there's no denying it, I completely butchered Leao's career. I'm so sorry, mate. That, I think, concludes our time as Mr. Worldwide. Unless you guys want more episodes, I think I'll leave it here for now. It's been a lot of fun, and I thank you so much for watching and for your support. The likes and comments do go a long way, trust me. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new around here. I've got one last video for FC24, and to be honest, it's a biggie. I'm really excited to show you guys. That should be out in a few weeks, just give it a little time. But until then, I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe, and adios!